Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that. Fool energy right off the bat. This is fun. This is playful. This is a life of enjoyment. This is a transcendence of your current circumstances. This is that feeling when you just escape from danger and you're just like, it feels so good, you're so happy, you're just like hugging everybody, and it really is a fun, free, and very lighthearted experience. Let's put this into some context. Let's see what we are transcending, what we are freeing ourselves from, and what we're doing with this lovely Fool energy. Now, let's see what else we've got. We've got the Eight of Swords. That's what I feel like we're freeing ourselves from that. This overthinking. There's this problem that you've been trying to solve, and that Fool is just now ready to be free of that. Okay? Star energy, beautiful. Sun energy, look at that. Wheel of Fortune. Can we get one more major arcana card? What do you think? Yes. This is extraordinary. You're freeing your spirit from this mental prison. There's something that we have had such unbelievably difficult times trying to figure out. This is a problem we thought we would never, ever solve. The more we tried, the harder it would get. The tighter, it's like one of those finger traps, the more you struggle, the tighter it gets. But we're getting out of that. Whatever it is, this answer is coming to you, this overthinking. This is the analysis paralysis, right? And once we remove that, look at what you have. You have Sun, Star. You have Wheel of Fortune. You have Magician. The Fool, if the Fool is raw talent, the Magician is the skill to utilize this talent. Talent and skill together, recipe for success, right? You've got the vision. You've got the aspiration. And you've got a little bit of luck. You got the universe on your side, right? But we got to get out of this overthinking. Five of Wands. Queen of Swords. That is more objective. It feels like we're too close to the issue, whatever it is. Okay? Tower. Yes. Escaping from this prison, but we don't want to disrupt our lives. We want to escape, but we don't want to have too much collateral damage, right? We've got the Seven of Cups there. And I think the Seven of Cups, this is one of those, this is kind of a warning card, because the Fool is going to feel so good getting out of this prison that you could end up like overindulging, right? Having a little too much fun, getting stuck in something that, this is kind of partying too hard, having a little too much of a good time, right? So there's a little bit of the warning at the end, because this freedom, that Fool energy being released from this Eight of Swords is going to give you such just joy, such freedom, such momentum, such lightness that we're going to want to celebrate, I don't know if it's literal, but it is that idea of being a little too carefree now. You think of a movie or something, somebody gets out of prison, they're just so happy to be free of that they start kind of stumbling down these wrong roads because it just feels so good, So we have to get out of this overthinking, this analysis paralysis, but we also want to stay in control. That's the Five of Wands that we see. Now, to get out of that Eight of Swords, we need the Queen of Swords. We need to kind of feel our way out, but we need some objective clarity. You are too close to that situation that you can't see it clearly. Okay? You're in the middle of this. You're wrapped up in all of these wires. You're tangled up in this. Therefore, we cannot see it clearly. We cannot get the way out. So we have to take a step back from something. And now I don't know what it is, but you have to take a step back or a step up and look at it from a different perspective. You're too close to the situation. Okay? Too close. Spirit's showing me a lot of stairs. What's the stairs here? Maybe, I don't know if you walking up or down a lot of stairs. I don't know what that image is about, but that's meant for someone out there. And sometimes these details come in and they're meant either as validations and confirmations of the energy that we're in, or they're meant for synchronicities for some of you. If those details aren't for you, don't worry about them. Leave them for the next person. You might be the one who sleeps with your feet poking out of the blanket. Right? And that kind of feels like the situation. It feels like our feet we're tucked in too tight. And we just can't get our feet out of the bottom of the blanket, right? But once you get your feet out, then sleep is going to come easy, right? I feel like that symbol is meant for you. And then maybe that's kind of how you like to sleep, with your feet kind of, hanging out. You don't like your feet to be wrapped up and bound up in the blankets. Yeah, Spirit's showing me that. I'm the same way, actually. Let's select the mystery card. Bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is going to go right here. We're going to put Kevin, a.k.a. Mr. Bates, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. But it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction for that card, put your answer down in the comments below. All right? We should do it together. We can make it a group exercise. I think it will be good for us. It's always good to practice our intuition, right? Now, let's take a look. We've got major, a lot of major arcana. You're working on something, you're involved in something, your project, your endeavor, whatever this time of your life is centered around, is a really huge thing. It's something that is going to change your life and maybe the life of the rest of us too. It's something with very huge implications. Now, the other thing we have is obviously we've got fire, we've got water, we've got a little bit of air. Okay, and the air, I think, is the main problem. The Fool is your Holy Spirit wanting to get out. This is your freedom. This is the solution. This is how it's going to feel when you finally transcend this problem. The Star card underneath, this is your aspiration, and this may have started out as feeling like your goal is way out there. Your purpose, your plan, this star, way out there. Something in the distance, right? Something that's far away, something that's abstract, right? But you felt drawn to it. It was lighting your way. It was singing to you, right? It was calling to you. And you're pursuing that. I feel like now it's a lot closer than you think. I feel like this is a situation where you are literally like right there. But there's this last tangle, there's this last obstacle, this problem, this tangle of wires, right at the end, right before you reach your absolute goal. And I think this is a goal that is going to really level you up spiritually, physically, financially, emotionally. I feel like this is how you are, you're really shining. You know what I mean? Like this is something that it's allowing you to express yourself the way you were meant to. This is allowing you to live the life that you know you're destined for. Right? You're becoming the sun. But we have to get out of this problem, and this is the main difficulty in your life right now. Right? Let's see. I feel like you have a gratitude journal or something. I feel like you're writing a lot of stuff down. There's our cat here to confirm. That's Pudgy. Spirit showing me you writing a lot of things down. I don't feel like it's really a journal necessarily, or it's not like a detailed description of what you're doing. It's not like your lab notes, but it's just kind of a heart thing. It's kind of a thankfulness, a gratitude. It's an expression of love or something. Maybe it's some sort of poetry or short stories, but my first thought was that it's like a gratitude journal. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune up at the top. This is a life-changing thing, and I want to keep emphasizing that. All of these major arcana cards, the fact that we have the distant star, and now the star that's real up close and personal. We have the Fool, which is transcendence, with this the raw talent now being unleashed, being let loose, right? We have the skill, the direction, the focus, the concentration, even really the discipline when we pair these two up. You've got the discipline to refine your raw talent into something that is going to change your life, and I think it's really going to make a name for you. I think you're destined for fortune and fame. I think you've got the universe on your side, even a little bit of luck, right? Spirit's putting a few things in your path that you really need. Just arranging a few things to be there when you need them the most, and I think this is a really good feeling. I think that it is, it's time. It's you o'clock, right? This is Spirit's wristwatch. It's the cosmic timepiece. The spiritual train is never late. It's always on time. It's us who are either late or early, right? So you may be getting a little frustrated at this problem, thinking that it is delaying your progress, that it is setting you back, that somehow something has gripped you, and this opportunity is, chewing on by in the train. No, Spirit is always right. It's always on time. This is happening the way it's supposed to. It is time for you to pull yourself back from this situation. Again, there's this idea that you are too close to something, right? You're too close to see it for what it is and to figure your way out of it. With the Five of Wands over here, it feels like we're trying to brute force something, when what we need is a little bit of objectivity, a little bit of strategy, a little bit of easiness. It's almost like we're trying to break down this wall with a hammer, which if it were a normal wall, sure, we could get through it. But it's a mental wall, right? But we're using a physical tool. Right? So it's kind of like we're using the wrong tool for the job. Yeah. This is something that maybe is more energetic, that's maybe more mental or intellectual. This is something that takes a different tool, a tool that you have. The Five of Wands is us understanding the right tool for the job. Usually the Five of Wands, we think of a stove or an oven, and the way that we need to figure out the temperature setting, right? That we know how to cook certain things, and some things need low heat, some things need a very high heat, some things need no heat at all. Some things don't need, you can cook things with like lemon juice or something, right, or vinegar, some kind of acid. So we need to know exactly the right tool, but I feel like we're just trying to use force. Yeah, we're trying to just bend the bars rather than maybe if I change something in me, I can just kind of float right through the bars, rather than trying to bend the spoon, realize that there is no spoon, that sort of thing. And it's kind of a mental thing. It's an energetic thing. I feel like this is, again, we're too close to it. We're trying to just power through it. We're trying to push back against it. And Spirit's saying, no, we've got to distance ourselves from it. We're too close to it. Okay, too close to something that we can't see the way out. I do feel like this has something to do with your talent and letting this Holy Spirit out and allowing it to shine forth into the world. So I'm very curious what you're doing. I'm eager to learn more about what you're working on right now, because I feel like once this, maybe it's a creative blockage that we're in the middle of, right? Spirit's telling me that you were in a movie or a film or a TV show or something as like an extra. that somewhere you were on camera in a place that some of us would recognize. I don't know if you had any lines or anything. I don't think that you did. But I think maybe you said something anyway. You weren't supposed to, but you did, and they kind of kept it in the film or something like that. But there's something that, and it's kind of like a fun story that you tell people, but something about you being on camera. I don't know if it was for a talk show or if it was for like a TV show or a movie or something, right? Anyway, the tower energy is in the position of what we don't want. Yes, we want to escape, but we don't want to just knock the thing down. You can't cure a disease by just destroying the body, right? That's kind of what we're talking about here. We can't solve this problem. Sure, you can. It's like, what you see this in movies and stuff too. Somebody's got bed bugs at their house, right? I know how to get rid of bed bugs. Burn the whole house down. Well, it kind of defeats the purpose, right? And that's the tower in this situation. We want to get out of this dilemma. We want to solve this problem, but not by just destroying the whole thing. Okay? So that's why we need this different perspective. We can't just use the hammer on it because we're going to destroy the thing that we want to keep. Okay? The Seven of Cups that we have here at the end, I feel like this might be a little bit of our feeling now, feeling of kind of being stuck in a way. A feeling, too, with the Eight of Swords, the more we struggle, like quicksand, right? The more we struggle, the deeper we get. So it's not about struggling in that manner. Again, Five of Wands, right? It's not about that kind of struggle. That kind of struggle is going to make us sink deeper. What we need is this different perspective. We need a little bit of distance. We need to spiritualize our energy and float through the bars, right? There is no spoon. Let's take a look at this mystery card. I feel like this is a really fast-moving thing. I'm almost expecting an Eight of Wands here. I feel there's a lot of urgency. I feel like the train is ready to leave the station, and you better be on it. Okay? So maybe this is something that's been going on for a while, and we've been really racking our brains trying to figure out the solution to this problem. If you have a prediction for the mystery card, put it down in the comments. I'm thinking Eight of Wands here. Let's see. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords, because if we don't do this, it is our own fault. Okay? Maybe this is a situation that you got yourself into, and now you need to figure out the way out. This, again, it's a situation that we are too close to. So if there is betrayal, if there is a loss, if there is a failure, it's because it's coming from being too close, right? It's kind of like we're betrayed. It feels like who we thought were our friends have stabbed us in the back. That's what I mean. It's something very close to you. But I also feel like with this card, we kind of did this to ourselves. We stabbed ourselves in the back. And we don't want this. Let's avoid this card altogether. Okay. What I want to do instead of ending with that is let's do a botanical inspiration. And these are just nice little affirmation or inspiration cards that hopefully will give us just a little creative or whimsical thought to part with, and maybe give us the insight that we need, right? Maybe it'll be that message from that unexpected quarter. See, the Fool, too, it's about finding those solutions that are not typical, out of the ordinary. It's going to be a really creative solution. It's kind of going to be the answer where you least expect to find it. Okay? The Hibiscus. Beauty and happiness. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Okay? That doesn't mean anything to me in this context, right? But this is not my dilemma. Okay? Beauty and happiness. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Maybe this is something about something we're creating, right? And maybe this is us wondering how we're ever going to create anything like that again, or not wanting to do something because we don't want we don't want to peak. You know what I mean? We don't want to create something so good that then the rest of our life is going to just be nothing compared to it. You know, it's almost a fear of achievement. Okay. Now, I don't know, maybe that resonates with you, maybe not. But I think this is good energy. I think that this hopefully will give you enough of a perspective to get out of this dilemma that you're in. All right. We're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, there's a link upstairs, there's a link downstairs. And new readings for Scorpio, of course, every Wednesday and Saturday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. I am here every day. You can come back, see me again tomorrow, and we can talk about it. Okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Let me know what the movie is that I can check out. Okay? I want you to know, Scorpio, that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.